the Gulf South Conference. $53 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference. $53 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference. $53 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
Welcome everybody to the GSC, what we used to call Annual Awards Banquet, and we hope we're able to do that moving forward now again after a couple-year hiatus. So we're very excited to see you all here. This is one of the best nights of the year for the Gulf South Conference, and we're really glad that you're here. I want to take this moment to introduce the president of the Gulf South Conference and president of the University of West Alabama, Ken Tucker, to give some opening remarks for us.
Good evening. That's pitiful, folks. This is a wonderful, auspicious occasion. I need a little more energy, once more with vigor. Good evening. Thank you, Dr. Carr. I appreciate that. And I recognize the applause was for Matt, not me. So, but I do thank you for the effort. Matt asked me just 2 minutes ago to come up and give you some welcoming remarks. So I appreciate that much notice. Actually, he asked me to make some brief welcoming remarks, but being an old classroom professor, brevity is not one of my strong suits. So my strategy is to talk long enough where he will never ask me to do this again. But in all sincerity, welcome. It is so good to see everyone face to face again. It's been a long time, been quite a few challenging years that we've all experienced, but this is a wonderful group. And I have long held that relationships are the key to life. And those of you that were here last night for the Hall of Fame reception, that was a perfect example of that. All of the awardees, and we could not have had a better selection of candidates to receive the Hall of Fame recognition. But they talked about special relationships with coaches, assistant coaches, teammates, administrators, and others. And it was a very emotional evening, and I suspect that tonight will be a bit emotional as well. But we're here to celebrate the best of the best in the Gulf South Conference, the top 10. and we're so proud of all of our student athletes. And so without further ado, have I taken long enough? All right, good deal. What I would like to do now is welcome back to the podium the best commissioner in the best conference in Division II, Matt Wilson.
That's really generous because I am the only commissioner of the best conference in Division II, so thanks, Dr. Tucker. Very nice. Tonight's going to be a great program. We're going to invite our serving staff to help us out with meals here in just a moment. I'm going to pray over our dinner before we do that, and then we'll give ourselves a little time to eat, and then we'll start the awards program and recognize these fantastic student athletes and the institutions they represent. So if you care to, if you'd join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, God, thank you for the people in this place. Thank you for the impact that they make every day on hundreds of people around them, not just the student athletes, but others, Lord. Thank you for the young people in this room that are going to make their way and blaze trails that are going to be amazing to watch and amazing to see, God, and we pray that you bless their journey and care over them, Lord. Please bless this food, help it nourish our bodies, Lord. In your name we pray. Amen.
'53 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference. '53 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
I'm privileged to be able to serve our 13-member institutions, and like I said last night, our Hall of Fame reception, this is about the best 24-hour period that we get to work. We get to see what our student athletes really do outside the arena of competition. We get to see the impact that our coaches and others are having on them, so it's a really exciting and very rewarding night, opportunity to remind ourselves why we're investing heavily in these student athletes and these teams and in these opportunities. So it's going to be a terrific night, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm very thankful for all the family and student athletes and friends that were able to be here to support them tonight. So without any further ado, let me just share a couple things with you. One, you may have heard this last night, but there's plenty in the room that did not. I want to tell you what the Gulf South Conference is all about. The Gulf South Conference is about compete, graduate, and impact. All right, our 13-member institutions all compete for regional and national championships. Do you know that every one of our 13-member institutions had at least one student athlete or team advance the NCAA championship play? That is not a common thing among the 23 Division II conferences, and that's a real credit to the investment and the coaches and student athletes that are represented in this room tonight. We want to graduate. Over 600 student athletes will graduate from Gulf South Conference institutions this year alone. That's amazing. What a great accomplishment. Now, we know graduation is not the end goal, educational end goal for every student athlete, but we certainly hope it is. And for those 600, we celebrate, and we're glad that we were a small part of that journey. And then we want our student athletes to impact their communities today and tomorrow. Our SAC, our Student Athlete Advisory Committees, do amazing work around their campus communities and support numerous activities with younger children, with older adults, a variety of different items. And that sets the stage so that as they become older adults and move into their careers and have families of their own, they hopefully take a lifetime of lessons of impacting their community, giving back to their community with them when they join wherever life takes them. So compete, graduate, impact. If anybody asks you what the Gulf South is all about, those are the 3 words I hope that you take away tonight. With that, let's start our awards program. The first thing we like to do with these is recognize our all-sports winners. The Gulf South Conference provides an overall all-sports champion, a men's sports champion, and a women's sports champion. This year, one institution claimed all 3 trophies. They become just the 2nd school to win all 3 sport trophies in a single season, joining the University of West Florida. This is Lee University's first ever overall and men's all-sports trophy and 2nd women's all-sports trophy. They won GSC titles in women's cross country, women's soccer, men's and women's indoor track and field, men's golf, women's outdoor track and field, and baseball. And they placed 9 teams in GSC postseason bids, and they crowned an amazing season of competition with a national championship in men's golf, the 53rd for the Gulf South Conference. So with that, please join me in welcoming representatives from Lee University to accept the All-Sports Trophy.
Yeah, very quickly. Thank you very much, Matt. Thank you as well. Our 2nd year in a row to do this. We're a very proud institution. Great accomplishment, especially in the Gulf South Conference, where the programs are also highly competitive, well coached, well led, well organized, and to do this 2 years in a row, well, it just means a great deal to us. I can't take any of the credit. It all goes to our athletic director, Larry Carpenter, and all of his team, the coaches, assistant coaches, trainers, our grad assistants, student workers, the student athletes, all the medical folks, everybody that makes up the program. I just happen to be the one to get to reap the benefits, and so we are just very grateful for this honor and the opportunity to be a part of this conference. Thank you very much. Thank you, Matt, for the opportunity.
Now we'll have an opportunity to recognize the top 10. So these are the 10 student athletes, 5 representing men's sports, 5 representing women's sports, that are the absolute best of the best in the Gulf South Conference. This is an award with a long history. I think last night, if you're at the Hall of Fame banquet, we had multiple commissioner trophies winners that were inducted into the Hall of Fame last night. And it's just a really high honor, and it takes into account athletic achievement, academic success, and community engagement. And there will be only 2 commissioner trophy winners tonight, 1 male, 1 female. But these 10 student athletes, I'd be glad to promote them any way we possibly can, because they absolutely shine and show us what we're all about in the Gulf South. We have a few that aren't with us here tonight. We'll probably start with those as recognizing those student athletes with some video presentations. We've been lucky that all the coaches have been able to provide video introductions for our student athletes tonight, so I'm excited to see what those coaches have to say about our student athletes. I think some are more excited than others, talking to them around the room to see what their stories their coaches might share, so I'm looking forward to seeing it as much as you are. But our first top 10 award winner tonight that we want to hear about is Anelli Kamani from West Alabama, and we're going to see a brief video from her head coach, Graham Orr.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me tremendous pleasure to announce that Anneli Kamani has been selected into the Gulf South Conference Top 10 Commissioner Award Trophy for year 21-22. This landmark achievement is the first time in West Alabama's women's soccer history that we've had someone recognised in the final stages of the process. I'm extremely proud of Anneli's achievements, but let me tell you how she got there. 4 years of being first team all-conference player shows an incredible level of consistency on the field. Anneli was able to do it straight in her freshman year when she won the award for being the most outstanding freshman in the conference. Anneli knew when to turn it on in the big time, and any time we were in a conference, playoff or tournament, she was already selected into the all-tournament team. But it wasn't just conference that she was nominated and recognised. All region awards followed these accolades. In the classroom, Anneli showed that the standards you set are the standards you get. And when she graduated, she won the Sports Management Trophy for the most outstanding student in her field. But an ambassador to UWA is a word we could use for Anneli, really, because she made a commitment culture at UWA. She began an emotional tie with the staff, the student athletes and the institution, and everybody was delighted to see Anneli's success. And to be quite honest, it's easy to work with someone like Anneli. Because of her dynamism and her enthusiasm, you really want her to succeed. And I can't thank her enough for all the long time that she's put into UWA. And I wish her all the success in the future and all the best with this award process. Thank you.
You would like to share with the room since she couldn't be here with us this evening?
I'm excited and honored to be nominated for this award. I want to thank my coaches and my teammates for believing in me and supporting me throughout my years at UWA. Also, a big thank you to the UWA community, faculty, staff, and fans for supporting me on and off the pitch. None of this would have been possible without any of these people, so thank you.
Coach of West Alabama's women's soccer team to come to accept the award on behalf of Anneli. Thanks, Coach. Our next top 10 award winner from Auburn Montgomery is Andrew Elkins, a men's soccer player. We're going to have a short video from their head coach, Matthew Thorne, to tell you a little bit about Andrew.
I hope everyone's keeping well. Coach Matty Thorne, AUM Men's Soccer. We are delighted that Andrew Elkins from the AUM Men's Soccer team has been nominated for the second year running for the GSC Top 10 Award. Fantastic achievement. Andy does everything, not just on the field as a fantastic player, fantastic leader, but he strives for perfection in the classroom as well. He was a co-side academic All-American for the first time in our AUM NCAA history. He's been numerous times of the GSE Team of the Year. He was on the D2 CCAA All-South Region team, and he's a two-time GSE award as well. From everything Andrew did, he helped strive and push us on to make history this year. allowing us to reach the NCAA Elite 8, which was a fantastic achievement. But not just what Andy does on the field, is how he presents himself off the field. So delighted with the achievement that he's got from his hard work, and I wish you all the best. Cheers.
Be with us here this evening. I think he provided a short video as well for the crowd.
Hello, my name is Andrew Elkins from AUM Men's Soccer, and I am honored to receive a nomination for GSC Top 10. First off, I'd like to thank everyone at AUM, all the athletic staff, specifically the soccer coaching staff, and those who work in athletic communications and the athletic office. This obviously would not be possible without their support. In particular, I'd like to thank Jesse Rosa, Amber Ray, Maddie Thorne, Joe Barber, Jacob Horton, Nick Robinson, and Jason Martin for all the work they put in behind the scenes, both on and off the field, to help us succeed at the highest level. Most of all, I'd like to thank my parents who continue to push me every single day and are always there for me when I need them and provide constant support throughout all my endeavors. Lastly, I'd like to thank God for the opportunity that He's given me to play the sport and give back to the community that I love. I'm sad that I will not be at the convention to be honored by the nomination, as the GSC has given me the platform to continue my soccer career, and I am in Johnson City, Tennessee this summer, trying to live out that dream and represent the conference and AUM, hopefully at the professional level soon. Thank you guys again, and good evening.
To welcome Chancellor Carl Stockton up to accept the award on Andy's behalf. Our next top 10 award winner, we want to learn a bit more about it, is Joanna Wistakat from Christian Brothers University. And her head coach, her cross-country head coach, Bill Hoffman, is here to share a few words with you on video.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bill Hoffman, head cross-country coach and assistant track coach at Christian Brothers University. Congratulations to all the athletes nominated for the top 10. Well done. I'd like to take a few moments to speak about Johanna Wistakat, who has ran for us for the past 4 years. Johanna came in as an okay runner and a pretty good student and has excelled each year. Athletically, she has all conference, all regional, and also all American in cross country, and then also in track, all conference and all regional. She has excelled also in academically with a perfect 4.0 all 4 years at Christian Brothers. Well done, Johanna. Also her community service, she has helped many people in the Memphis community and also in Germany, helping the people in need there. So congratulations, Johanna. Well done and good night. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Johanna Wistakat and I'm part of the CBU cross country and track and field team. First, I would like to thank you all so much for nominating me for the GSC Top 10. I'm super grateful and congrats to all the other nominees. I think that CBU is an amazing place to grow as a person. My past 4 years here at CBU has been an amazing experience, and it's thanks to my coach, my professors, my teammates and my friends that I was already able to accomplish so many of my academic and athletic goals, because all of them and the whole Memphis community brought so much fun, joy and trust into my life the past 4 years. So I'm super thankful for them, and I'm really looking forward to my next 2 years as a Buccaneer. Thankfully, I already had some opportunities to give back to my Memphis community but I'm for sure looking forward to use more of those opportunities over the next years. So thank you so much again, and I hope you all have a wonderful night.
And I'm going to invite Jessica Carmack, the Senior Woman Administrator from Christian Brothers University, to accept the award on behalf of Johanna. The remainder of our award winners are able to make arrangements to join us in person tonight, so I'm really excited to hear what they'll have to share with us. The next individual we want to recognize among the top 10 is from Valdosta State University. That's Brian Sons, and we're going to see a video from his former head coach, Gary Goff, and then Brian will have a few words to share with you. So thank you.
I'm Gary Goff, former head football coach at Valdosta State University. It's a privilege of mine to introduce one of the top 10 student athletes in the Gulf South Conference for this year. Brian Sons is a remarkable young man who I had the privilege of coaching for 3 years while at Valdosta State. Brian is very unique. Brian entered the reserves right out of high school and was in the reserves for 3 years before deciding to play college football. While at Valdosta State, Brian became one of the top receivers not only in the conference but in the nation in his career there, having led his team to a national championship and then back to a national championship title game and 3 straight Gulf South Conference championships. But that's not what makes Brian special. What makes Brian special, he's got a heart of gold. Brian has done great things in his career on and off the field. Probably one of the best things he's ever done is he's kind of befriended a young boy whose sister was battling cancer. And Levi became a part of the program under Brian's wing. Levi was at every home game, and Brian let him out on the field, at every game to start, that contest. And Brian basically helped this young man keep his mind off the treatment and the struggles that his baby sister was going through, and kind of gave him hope and encouraged him not only to be a part of the football program, to have a different outlook on life. One of the best things, I can say about Brian to sum it all up is, he's got a heart of gold, and he's exactly who every parent hopes and dreams that their child will grow up to become. He's had a great career on and off the field. He will continue to do great things as a young man. Brian has always been not only an ambassador of Valdosta State University, but also of the Gulf South Conference. He's a special human being that I was very fortunate enough to coach, and he'll be a lifelong friend of mine.
Please help me welcome Brian Sons to the stage.
No, first and foremost, let me start off by saying, to the committee, to Gulf South Conference, thank you for having us. Thank you for, thinking of me as a top 10. Thank you for putting on such a beautiful event. I speak for everybody out here for saying thank you. All right, we appreciate that. I am grateful for where I'm at. I do think that I work hard, and I do think that I put myself in a position, to, do good things, but it's not me who made me. It was the environment around me. It was the environment before me, before Valdosta, that filled my tank before I got to Valdosta. And as soon as I get to Valdosta, I hit rock bottom whenever I lose my pops. But I have people around me, through them 4 years. I have people like her, Brian Hart, and Dr. Carvajal, and, Coach Grubbs, who provided this one thing for me that, seems a little different, but it's all the same thing. It's love. Reinhardt has this type of love that's bold and strong. And, Coach Grubbs has this type of love that, is equal. She loves for people to be on the same page, and it's cool. And Dr. Carvajal has this love that he wants to spread. He pushes for, everybody seeing everybody the same way. And it's pretty cool because that's what I've developed. That's what I've taken away from these last 4 years. It's not what I done on the field, but it's what I gathered from the people around me that's going to push me towards the next step. I don't know what that is. Only God does, but I'm excited about it, and I'm not nervous about it. And it's because people like that, they created, this perspective that I have, and you know, it's exciting. So thank y'all. Thank you, Valdosta State. Thank you, GSC. It's been a privilege to play in this conference. It's been a privilege to be a Blazer. You know, God bless.
Next up in our top 10 award winners that we want to recognize is from Mississippi College, is Emma Young, and we have a video from her head coach, Daryl Longabaugh.
Hi, I'm Daryl Longabaugh. I'm the head women's soccer coach at Mississippi College. I'm here to introduce you to a fantastic young lady, Emma Young. I've gotten to know Emma Young now for 3 years, on and off the field, and I can say without a shadow of a doubt, she is a phenomenal young lady. Not only does she work in the community with hurricane relief, she volunteers during the season at a dog shelter. She also does extra work at Camp Pioneer here in Mississippi that helps get the camp ready for the start of summer season. I just want to say also on the field that Emma Young is an outstanding player. Not only does she work hard, she's intense, and when she's ready to go and when she needs to, she helps her teammates climb up and get going. She's made a change this year in positions, and it ended up making her an All-American. Not only is she an All-American on the field, but she's an absolute gem off it in the classroom. Not only does she have a near perfect GPA, but I can tell you that she doesn't work any harder on the field than she does in the classroom, and that is Emma Young. Emma Young loves her teammates, she's adored by her teammates, and that again is the essence of Emma Young. Never without a doubt in my mind that Emma Young deserves this honor and this award.
And with that, please help me welcome to the stage Emma Young from MC.
That was nice. I was really nervous about his video, but I just want to say thank you to Commissioner Wilson and the GSC just for seeing all of us past like what we can do on the field and in the classroom, and I just want to thank Mississippi College for providing me the environment to continue my soccer career and for surrounding me with people that help me to build my faith and grow as a person and a player every day, and to my parents for just instilling in me the mindset to just never be satisfied with where I am and just grow every day to be better. And I hope to leave that type of mindset with the people that come after me so that they can grow and make our program better every day. Thank you.
Next up, among our award winners, is going to be from University of Alabama in Huntsville, Zach Hancock, and we're going to hear a couple words from his head coach, David Kane.
Hello, I'm David Kane, head track coach at UAH. I've been the coach since the program started in 2001, and it's my great honor to introduce Zach Hancock. In all my years of coaching, never had an athlete make a bigger impact on our team. For indoor and outdoor track combined, Zach won the GSC championship 7 times in shot put and was undefeated, 4 times in the discus and undefeated, 3 times in the weight throw and undefeated, and 2 times in the hammer. Zach holds all UAH and GSC records in all of his events. It isn't just that Zach was the best in his events and won, it's all the other things Zach did for our team and his teammates. Zach led the throws group in many ways, including hard work by example. When I signed Zach in May after graduating high school, He asked should he continue throwing over the summer, and I told him no. I wanted him to just spend time in the weight room and try to get bigger. It was my great pleasure when he arrived in August that he had taken that to heart, and he had put on a good bit of muscle, and I knew things were going to go well. Zach's always been a weight room warrior and a guy that everybody, not only on our team, but everybody in the athletic department kind of looked up to because of what he does in the weight room. And he just showed that, you know, you can accomplish great things if you put in the hard work. Zach also coached a lot of the other throwers on our team and was always looking to help his teammates by giving them pointers and helping them with their technique. I think sometimes he sacrificed, you know, some of his own improvement because he was trying to help his teammates improve. Zach's very smart. He's excellent in his studies, and like in practice, he also looked to help his teammates and tutored several of them in their math classes. I don't believe I've ever had someone on my team that was so admired by fellow competitors and meet officials. Everyone wanted to talk with a guy that threw really far and took the time to talk with him, and always greeted him with a smile. No doubt, Zach left his mark on UAH, the GSC track record books, and the people that were blessed to spend time with him, including myself. I present to you Zach Hancock, 2022 GSC Top 10 Award winner.
Welcome Zach to the stage. I don't have a medal this time. Sorry about that.
Let's see. Firstly, I'd like to thank the GSC for choosing me as a nominee for this award. It's truly been a special journey for these long 6 years. I'd also like to thank family, friends, coaches, UH, faculty, and staff, and nothing could have been reached without them. I was like, if you know me, as Coach said, I came out of high school very skinny. I was mainly a basketball player, which was my first true love. It's what I always wanted to do, wanted to play college basketball, go to the NBA. I took that same passion into track. When he took a chance on me, I was like, need to get big, need to get strong, need to put everything I can into track so that way I can be the best. First goal was to get all the throwing records my first year. Did that on the first throw of every event that I did. So that was a good goal to do, and I was like, ever since then, keep improving, because the end goal is hit the Olympics. I took the same passion into track as well. So I like to say, let's see. Sorry, I don't have much prepared. But of course, with great dreams come doubts. This past season, it was rough for me because going into the 6th season, you have big goals you want to hit. I had an injury that happened, but of course, with the support of my staff, coaches, teammates, and everything, I got through it and finished the highest seed that I have at a national meet, leading the team to the highest finish with 14. So anything you can do with your teammates and with people around you that want to see you do great. And thank you.
Our next Top 10 award winner is Kawanjalyn Farah from Valdosta State University, and we have a few words from her head coach, Deandra Shermer.
Kawanjalyn is the most decorated athlete and probably the most talented athlete that I've ever had the privilege of coaching. Her career stats and accolades speak to how dominant she's been on the court, scoring over 2,000 career points and over 1,300 career rebounds. Being a 2-time first-team All-American are just a few honors that she's earned in her time that she's been here at Valdosta State. However, if I'm just speaking about her as an athlete, you don't get the full story. And not only is she one of the most decorated, but she's also one of the most humble and one of the most selfless. If we're playing this video in front of a group of people, she's probably embarrassed right now. She hates being recognized. She hates any kind of accolades because she's very much a humble and reserved individual. And that's something that I learned right when I started recruiting her. In our first recruiting call, one of the questions that she asked me was, "Hey coach, what kind of community service do we do as a team?" And from that point, I knew that Kawunjulin was very based on service and very much a servant leader. And from that point forward, she's worked with our team in organizing some community service efforts. As far as working with Habitat for Humanity, we were able to build ramps and even built a home for a local family in the Valdosta area. And she has put a lot of work and time into her community. She's also put a lot of work and time into her academics. She earned a 4.0 GPA this past semester, which we were really proud of, and also earned her master's degree in communication while that she was here. Lastly, this season was a testament to her toughness and her selflessness when we got the news midway through the year that she had torn her ACL. And I'll never forget the doctor giving us the news. I was sitting there trying not to cry, and Kawunjulin, she heard the news, she looked at me and she said, "Coach, I'm gonna play." And I was like, okay, I don't know if that's an option. But she looked at me and she said, "My team needs me." And we definitely did need her, but it was the selfless nature of the act, and she wanted to do it to finish out her season with her teammates, and was able to make the ultimate sacrifice. And she might have been dominating on the court, but she was struggling in private and having to go to all kinds of rehab to try and stay up for the games and to just be able to play. And for that, it was one of the most honorable things that I've ever seen. And I truly feel like an opportunity like this where we can honor someone like Kawunjulin for not just her basketball and her athletics, but also everything that she's done for our program and our community here at Valdosta. I'm very proud to have been able to coach her. I'm very proud of everything that she's accomplished, and I feel very humble that I was able to coach her.
Hi. There's a really long list of people that I could stand up here and thank for hours. I've had a lot of great coaches and great teammates, and I've been in a couple of great programs as well. A little nervous, but I want to extend a special thanks to Coach D for recruiting me and having faith in my abilities. I want to thank my teammates for allowing me to play 2 fantastic years at Valdosta State. I think that the person that I want to thank the most, though, is my mom for being here for me and through everything. She's always been my biggest supporter, and she's always reminded me to be the best person that I can be every day. And sometimes it's hard, but as long as we're trying our best, and that's all that matters. I want to thank the GSC for putting on this event. I want to congratulate all the other nominees, and thank you guys so much.
Our next top 10 nominee is Gabe Poulant from Mississippi College. We're going to have a few words from his head coach, Matthew Reniker.
So let's talk about Gabe Poulant. So, being even nominated and making it this far is such an incredible honor, and the stuff on the resume is easy to see. You can see the near perfect GPA that he has, that he has a perfect 4.0 in his graduate studies. You can look at the community service hours that he has, but what you don't get to see on paper is his the impact that he has on men's cross country, men's track and field. Consummate professional. Wanted to know from the get-go as a freshman what it is that we're doing and why we're doing it. And as he got better, he shared that with the team. And when we have a large of a team, having somebody that's on the field that is sharing information and explaining why we do what we do is so important. That's leadership. That's really what it is. And for an 18, 19, and 20-year-old to surround himself with his peers and to make sure that everybody's on the same page is just a quality that's going to go very far in life, especially for an individual sport like track and field and cross country. Gabe wants to become a professional, wants to be a physical therapist, and so he's always wanted to know how the human body works. And anytime that we're talking about mechanics or about biomechanical efficiency when it comes to our sport, Gabe is right there and not sharing it from a look what I know, but he wants to be able to help the people to be able to improve. And I think that that's why he is up for an award like this, is because you can see on his resume, you can see on his paper that he's super involved in his community. But like I said at the beginning, what you don't see is the every single day where Gabe is taking knowledge that he's gained in the classroom, knowledge he's gained over 4 years of experience as a collegiate athlete, and willingly share that with his teammates. Even the teammates that are eventually starting to surpass him and to beat him, he wants success so bad for Mississippi College that he is willing to help others in such a way that they surpass him in their abilities for the betterment of the entire program. And that's why he's a top 10 finalist, is because of his commitment to the community and not because of himself.
I wasn't expecting that to be so nice. It's gonna make me tear up. I really feel honored to be here and be recognized alongside all these other amazing athletes, and I've even been so fortunate to even be able to see some of them compete in person, like you, and Joanna's not here. I think I've seen them play once. But it's just so amazing to be surrounded by so many amazing people, each with a fantastic story of their own. And that you all really deserve a whole round of applause. Don't do it because I feel like that's going to be awkward. But and the GSC, they're just so fantastic about making us look great. They're doing so much for the conference, like with Flow Sports throwing on this like nice banquet and everything, especially with the lovely wait staff. I didn't get my food first, but that's no big deal. So, I mean, it's amazing to see how this conference is growing. It's beautiful because we may be D2, but we're by far not a D2 like what people think D2 would be, like some subpar level. We are legitimately one of the best conferences in D2, even probably whoop some D1 conferences, but easily. But it's amazing. I feel so lucky to be here, but of course, I wouldn't be here if there was some people in my life that are very special, like my high school coach. He gave me a fantastic opportunity to prove myself after being cut from like a junior high team and probably never even competing in this sport again. Matthew Reneker, he was very nice, probably oversold me too much, but yeah, he's got me to where I need to be, making me smarter and stronger every single day. And of course, my parents being so supportive and giving me many life lessons and telling me when I'm being stupid or not. But yeah, these people gave me so many opportunities to better myself and question my values and morality of what I'm doing every day. And especially whenever you look at me and like say every single other person, like Zach said, he was injured. Brian said he went through some struggles with his family. Everyone in this room that is not for this award has gone through some kind of trial. And we're here because we overcame that. And just like our best commissioner of the best conference in the universe ever said, these people are truly the best of the best. So thank you again for helping recognize everyone, and thank you so much.
We've come to the point where we're going to recognize our Commissioner Trophy winners. That's a burden that falls on me, and it's an amazing honor to be able to try to decide among this list of amazing people who we're going to recognize for this award. So I asked Andrea, who manages our awards, if we could just get 5 Commissioner Trophy winners, and she said, well, that's up to you, but maybe we just keep it to 1. So a very, very difficult decision, but an honor to be able to recognize our Commissioner Trophy winners tonight. We're going to start by honoring Beck Burnett from Lee University, and his head coach, John Maupin, is going to share a few words via video.
When I think about Beck and his time here at Lee University, I think back to his recruitment and how he ended up here. And it was obvious from the beginning Beck was just, he had a great junior career. We knew, hey, we want this guy because he's going to be able to come in and impact our team with some really low scores. But what I won't forget is just his first time on campus and when he came to visit, and then kind of the ensuing months as the recruiting process went along, and I had a chance to really spend some good quality time with him. And there was just that point where you realized, hey, this isn't just we could add a good player. This is potentially a guy that could, change our program and just take things to a whole nother level. And to me, he's just committed to excellence in everything that he does. So if whatever it is that he's asked to do, he's going to do it at the highest level possible and give you his best with it. It's been so fun for me really to see his growth here as a leader, though. I think that's been his biggest impact, transforming from a guy that came here and it was about his golf and himself, that, he's really transformed into this big-time leader for us, a guy that really serves his teammates well. And, I think a special memory for me just this last week with Beck and thinking back to when we recruited him here, we're at the NCAA championship, we're walking down the 18th fairway, his teammate in front of him clinches it, and so I'm standing back there with Beck. We know we won an NCAA championship, and both of us just got tears in our eyes. And I was thinking back to that point where it was like, hey, you've got a lot of places you can go, but you can come here and truly make a impact and leave a legacy. And so here's a guy that's first team All-American, playing in the final match for us, and here he is going to be a national champion, and I think that was just really will be a special memory that I'll share with Beck for a long time. And then last thing is I just want to tell Beck, you've had such a positive impact on our university. You've earned the respect of everybody around you with the way that you carry yourself, and I just want you to know I love you. I'm so proud of everything that you've done, and congratulations on this honor tonight.
Stage.
Well, that was really cool stuff from Coach. I was seeing that for the first time along with you guys, and yeah, I'm reliving some of those moments when Coach and I were having tears there on the 18th fairway of national championship. But as a coach does, he maybe embellished a few things, maybe made the good things sound a little better, and maybe left out some of the bad things. But that kind of leads me into what I want to touch on just for a few minutes. During one of my first visits at Lee back in high school, Coach told me something that has kind of stuck with me over the last 4, 5, 6 years even, something that I've been able to share with teammates and with friends. And basically what it was is he said that the people who are most successful in their sport are the people who also commit to putting time into being successful in other areas of life too. And for me, that's my sport, my golf, my schoolwork, and my faith. And to me, that's what the GSC Top 10 is all about, right? It's being able to have a grasp on each of the important categories that we decide, here's what I want to focus on. And that's a big part of why I came to Lee. I felt like it was a place where I could excel in each of those areas. I feel like Lee has challenged me, on the golf course. I've been able to compete for a national championship. We've been to nationals 2 years in a row, and I feel like I've grown from that. And then academically, I've put myself in some situations that wasn't so comfortable with. I'm not a numbers guy, but I got through accounting 1 and 2. I'm not big on the public speaking, but I've got through some public relations classes and some public speaking classes. So that's been a challenge. And then with Lee University, I don't know if everybody here knows, but a faith-based learning system is very important at Lee, and just surrounding yourself with like-minded believers and all that kind of thing has been really powerful and good for me at Lee, and I feel like I've grown in my faith as well since I've been there. So all that, I mean, sounds pretty simple. I could definitely see truth behind it. Just this semester, you know, February, March, April, cruising through school, you know, grades are fine, homework's fine, and I'm playing good golf along with it, so there's like a direct correlation. Yet then I get to finals, maybe don't prepare for finals like I should have, and, you know, don't play so well at regionals in the postseason, but, you know, moving on from that. And then, you know, with golf being such a mental sport, in the same way, if I'm on the golf course, if I'm speaking, reacting, performing with a selfish heart, then I'm not going to get the most out of my rounds. But sometimes I just like to take a minute before the round, even during the round, to just thank God for just the opportunity to actually be out there doing what I love to do, you know, just in His creation every single day. You know, I'm blessed with the talent, I'm blessed with the support, you know, and then I'm able to feel so much more freedom to just play golf without being too worried about it. My mom said one time that the brain can't process fear and thankfulness at the same time, so I just try to keep a grateful heart. So yeah, I'm, you know, extremely honored to be here. The GSC has been awesome, greatest commissioner, like we mentioned, and you know, to win the commissioner's trophy as well. That's something that I never really saw coming. So I appreciate, you know, all the support from everybody, and then thankful to the whole Lee family as well. We have so much support even down here. Coach Carpenter, our athletic director, like this guy came all the way up to Michigan to watch us take home the university's first Division II national championship. So that's awesome for Coach Carpenter to be up there and just be the face for our program. And then Jess McIntyre, just all the behind the scenes stuff. You know, couldn't be here without her. All the COVID stuff last semester and just the crazy times we were in. President Dr. Mark Walker's here. That's, you know, super cool. I didn't know that was going to happen, but you know, he's obviously a huge advocate for our sports at Lee. And then my parents, I mean, gosh, my parents haven't missed a single golf tournament in almost 4 years of college golf. And if that doesn't speak to what they mean to me, then what so they've been incredible. And then my sister, you know, helped me drive down here and came and supported me this week. So it's been pretty cool. But yeah, that's about it. So thanks, guys.
Now it's time for our last honoree this evening. Claiming her second consecutive Commissioner's Trophy is Celine Ritter of Lee, and we're going to have a few words from her head coach, Caleb Morgan.
Congratulations to everyone that's here this evening. It's such an amazing accomplishment to be recognized by the GSC as a top 10 winner. I have the pleasure to introduce you tonight to Celine Ritter. She is a two-time national champion in the 3K, and she holds the Division II record in the 3 kilometer as well. She's a 7-time All-American. She's brought so much to Lee University over the last 3 years that she's been with us. She's a phenomenal teammate. She cares so deeply about her teammates and helping our team perform at the highest level that we can. She does so much that she doesn't even realize that she does. She just leads by example every day when she's at practice. She helps push her teammates, and they might not always be able to keep up with her, but they are always watching what she does, and she's always just been an athlete that's done everything perfectly, whether that's in the classroom or as a teammate or as an athlete. She's very coachable. She does so much for our community and just being involved. She's helped out a lot the last 2 years with the middle school program that we partner with our track, and she just really has a heart for people, and hopefully you guys get to see that whenever she comes here and talks in just a minute. But Celine, congratulations. We love you and we appreciate all that you've done for us at Lee University.
We welcome Celine to the stage.
Hello everyone. I feel very honored to receive this award. I feel like I've come a long way. I transferred from Mount Olive to Lee University 3 years ago, and It has been a great experience. My running has improved a lot. A big thanks to Coach Morgan. I also would like to thank our athletic department for giving me the opportunity to compete at the Division II level. College sports in America is very different from the club system that we have in Germany, and it definitely took me some time to adjust to that. But now I know that it has been a very beneficial experience for me. I learned a lot, I've gotten faster, and I've certainly grown as a person. I really appreciate my team, and I'm grateful for all the support that they give. I'm not yet sure what my future holds, but I know that I absolutely love running. The running community is an amazing group of people, and I can't imagine ever to stop running or doing the sport. I've been passionate about running ever since I started running in high school, and my parents have always been my biggest supporters, so also thanks to them. Throughout my college career, I won the All-American Award 12 times. I wish getting citizenship was that easy. Again, thank you so much. Have a good evening.
What a terrific night. Always, always terrific opportunity to see these student athletes, see what they're all about. It's just amazing. It's awesome to hear the words that coaches share about their student athletes. So I've got a 12-year-old, 15-year-old. I hope I hear those same words from the people. Thank you. No, the people that are important to them, they see them interact every day, right? So Caleb sees Celine every day and what kind of person she is, and can speak those words about her is amazing. And Graham can see Kamani every day and speak those words about her and tell you. And DeAndre can see Kawanjalin every day and still speak those words about them. That tells me enough about these people we recognize tonight. And it's my honor to get to shake your hands and introduce you this evening. I hope you've had a great, great time. Join me one more time in congratulating our top 10 award winners. All right, a few housekeeping items, so bear with us while we take care of that. We have this fantastic backdrop from our sponsors, BSN Sport and Under Armour, so Jason, be sure to clip that and send that to our rep when we get out of here. So please take advantage of that. I am going to ask all our top 10 award winners if they'll make their way over there. We certainly want a group shot of you all, and then take advantage of that space with your friends and your family and athletic administrators and take all the pictures you need this evening. We'll be glad to have that up there for you. We still have some work to do, administrators and CEO members, tomorrow, so just a reminder. Presidents will meet in Coral Reef at 8 a.m. tomorrow. That's in the other part of the building, so we look forward to seeing you over there. ADs and CEOs will be back in this room for a presentation with our Flow Sports partners at 8:45, and our full group will be back in here at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Couple other things. One, there was a lot of great compliments from me. I'm honored to be able to take those from many of you, but no conference office that's worth its salt is run by one person, and we really deserve the opportunity tonight to share thanks for our staff and what an amazing job they've done. All I get up here to do is get behind the microphone and try to make a couple people laugh, and that's an easy job. They've done the hard work tonight. So Mike and Andrea and Blake and Freddie and Ariana and Jason, if you'll join me in thanking them and showing your appreciation for the work they've done this week. All right, last thing. Join me on 3 on what the 3 things the Gulf South Conference is all about. If you don't know those when you leave here tonight, I've failed some way. So ask somebody. I'll give you a couple seconds. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Compete, graduate, impact. Y'all have a great night and be safe. Award winners up here, please, for us.
53 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.